More than 120,000 alumni in 130 countries are well represented in the university community by Carnegie Mellon Alumni Association. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of our Alumni Association Board, Chris Stengel. Chris is a two-time graduate of Carnegie Mellon. In 1993, he earned his bachelor's degree from the School of Computer Science, and in 2000, completed his master's degree from the Tepper School of Business. Chris is the Director of Technology for Mount Lebanon School District, just outside Pittsburgh, where he has worked for nearly 2 decades. Chris has served Carnegie Mellon as a member of the Alumni Association Board since 2013, and also is the past chair of the Buggy Alumni Association. On a personal note, I have enjoyed getting to know Chris over the past few years. His sense of humor, passion for CMU, and dedication to our alumni community have made him an excellent leader of our Alumni Association Board. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Chris Stengel. Chris.
Hello! Sorry. It feels so good to be home. How amazing is it for all of us to be here, right? And in person. Hello to the classes of 2020, 2021, 2022. Hello to the families, friends, everyone watching online. Hello to the trustees and the faculty who are here today. Hello to the amazing Carnegie Mellon events staff who've worked so hard to put this weekend together. Can I get a little bit for the event staff? Right? I have one more hello. The alumni who are here in the audience today, you know who you are, but the others don't. Could you please take a moment and stand and be recognized as alumni of Carnegie Mellon University? I know you're here. Stand up. Let's give them a hand, huh? Woo. Congratulations to everyone on your achievements and your successes, your amazing strength and perseverance as you celebrate earning your degrees today. You made it. We're all very proud of you. So there's an old adage about you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family, right? Well, when you decided to come to CMU, you chose a family of over 120,000 incredible people. Your new family includes Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony winners, Nobel Prize winners, Turing Award winners, Carnegie Mellon Alumni Award winners. Your new family includes founders, entrepreneurs, problem solvers, artists, people impacting their communities, and people impacting the world. You're going to want to stay in touch with these people and this new family. So that's my ask. Stay engaged with CMU, but guess what? It is a win-win proposition. We have alumni networks across the globe that you will love being a part of. Thousands upon thousands of your new family members are out there waiting to connect with you based on your college, your location, your identity, the organizations you are part of while you are here. These connections will lead to advice, employment, mentorship, friendship, fellowship, continued learning, and business opportunities. The list goes on and my time is short. So let's review. You are awesome. Your fellow graduates are awesome. The people who have graduated before you, we are awesome. When you engage as an alum with CMU, future graduates will be awesome. So congratulations again on your tremendous accomplishments. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your new family. We are Plaid and we are yours. I can't wait for you to meet us out there. Pause for standing ovation. All right. No, please. Time is short. You don't have to stand. That's fine. At this time, I am delighted to introduce this year's student speaker, Vijay Adapudi. Vijay is graduating with an MBA from the Tepper School of Business with a focus in finance, strategy, and sustainability. During his time at CMU, Vijay has served as the president of the Graduate Business Association. through which he has worked to foster community and inclusion, supported student organizations, and helped with admission activities. As part of his degree program, he worked with Honda to create a business model to help deliver green hydrogen power to industrial electricity users. VJ will soon join BlackRock as an associate within the Financial Institutions Group and plans to stay connected with CMU as an active and engaged alumnus. So please, let's give it up. Join me in an enthusiastic round of applause for this year's student speaker, VJ Adipudi.
Tassel. Good afternoon, Carnegie Mellon University. Good afternoon, class of 2020, class of 2021, and class of 2022. Like so many classes before us, and many classes across the country, here we are, finally finished with our graduate school experience, and ready to head off into the real world as leaders, creators, and innovators. Today, as we are joined by our family and friends, we mark the completion of a very laborious but fruitful journey. Like many students before us, we are now entering into the next era of our journeys, equipped with the tools that we've acquired during our time here at CMU. We've gone through the struggles of recruiting. We've held leadership positions in clubs. We've participated in university-level research. And we've carried on beloved CMU traditions like Carnival. But if there's one defining aspect of our experience that is distinct and different than any class of students before or even after us, it's our unique experience of navigating through so much uncertainty. Uncertainty about our health, uncertainty about our careers, and undoubtedly, uncertainty about our CMU experience. All of us here have been affected by the pandemic. Many of us started off our programs completely remote, and we missed out on quintessential CMU experiences. We had to physically distance from one another. We had to take extreme precautions. We couldn't really socialize, and we missed out on all those small, organic experiences that are undoubtedly taken for granted. No gathering with dozens of students to finish a homework. No grabbing late-night takeout for a big project. No spontaneous trips to the bars after a long evening class. We unfortunately have not had the event-packed and propinquous experience that one expects to have during a graduate program. Despite this, however, I think we found something valuable. Because we haven't had a lot of natural ways to form relationships, we've really had to come out of our shells and make an effort to build relationships with one another. We joined clubs that we otherwise might not have. We attended events that we otherwise might not have. We even took classes in different schools, all in an effort to make relationships, despite the many obstacles that we faced. I personally think that students who attended school during the pandemic are closer and more tight-knit because of this effort we had to take. We didn't have a prescribed college experience. We had to figure out what that experience would look like. And that effort of building a unique experience out of uncertainty is what makes this generation of students different. Because of these challenges, we are exceptionally positioned and equipped with the tools to tackle the uncertainty in our career and our lives, whether that be issues regarding global pandemics, geopolitical conflicts, or any number of societal issues. We've had to pave our own path, but we couldn't have done it without the help and support of those around us. Special thanks are in order for those who have helped us on our journey. Firstly, I'd like to thank the professors here at Carnegie Mellon. At CMU, there's no shortage of genius talent, and we've been in the presence of some brilliant minds. We've had a front row seat in seeing how the pandemic unfolded, and we've had the benefit of analyzing these events from world-class professors. To the professors, thank you all for both the knowledge that you've imparted onto us and for helping us get to our destinations. I'd also like to thank our alumni in helping pave the way for our post-graduation plans. As a student, I feel that sometimes we take for granted how busy the lives of alumni are. I'm so grateful for the effort that alumni put in to mentor and coach students here. Seeing a CMU alum at a dream career makes that career that much more attainable. And the experience that you've imparted onto us has helped us navigate through that recruiting process. Thank you to all of the alumni. Finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the important and crucial roles our family and friends have played in us getting here. When you're in a graduate program, it sometimes feels like you live in a bubble, where the only priorities in life are the things that are happening right in front of you. When will my next exam be? Who should I group up with? What will my thesis advisor say? It's easy to forget about life outside of school. Our friends and family help us stay grounded. They help us keep a pulse on the real world. To the friends and family in the audience, you've stood by us during our stressful times, and you've celebrated us with us during our cheerful ones. Thank you to all the friends and family. As we move on today, we officially mark the transition away from student life. As John Sangenberger, Executive Director of Alumni Relations at Tepper, likes to say, you're a student for a couple of years, but you're alumni for life. As the next generation of students come through CMU, we will now share the mantle of guiding the leaders of tomorrow. After hours of grueling recruiting and schoolwork, we have finally earned the right to be called alumni. Congratulations, everyone. As we leave today, I would like to share with you some words from author Haruki Murakami. Sometimes fate is like a small sandstorm that keeps changing directions. You change directions, but the sandstorm chases you. You turn again, but the storm adjusts. Over and over, you play this out like some ominous dance with death just before dawn. And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you survived, how you made it through. You won't even be sure, in fact, whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain. When you come out of that storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what the storm is all about. As we move on in our careers and our lives, it becomes more and more apparent that the only certainty in life is the intolerable uncertainty of not knowing what comes next. So as we head off into the world, let us remember that we can't necessarily avoid the storm, but we can certainly persevere and weather through the storm. And once the storm is over, we'll come out stronger, better, and wiser. Thank you, and congratulations to all the graduating students.
Please welcome Carnegie Mellon's Provost and Chief Academic Officer, James Garrett.
Good afternoon. Before I begin my next section, I do want to thank our student speaker again. Thank you for those inspiring words, and I think talking about the storm is, in fact, quite appropriate. So best wishes to you for continued success. So please join me in congratulating Vijay Adipati. As part of today's ceremony, we are honored to present special doctoral degrees to individuals who have made extraordinary impacts in the humanities, science and technology, scholarship, and society. Recipients of these honorary degrees have reached preeminent levels of distinction in their fields, advancing knowledge, enriching culture, or improving the human condition. Before we begin the presentation of this year's honorary degree recipients, I want to acknowledge a special member of our platform party today. Bob Summer, who received a CMU honorary degree virtually last year, is here today. Bob is a 1955 alumnus of our print management program who rose to the highest ranks of the recording industry as the president of RCA Records and later Sony Music International. Among the artists whose careers he championed are Elvis Presley, Dolly Parton, David Bowie, Diana Ross, and Bob Dylan. Here at CMU, he has supported the next generation of musicians for 2 decades through his philanthropy and has been awarded CMU's Alumni Lifetime Achievement Award. Bob is also celebrating his granddaughter Sophia's accomplishments as a 2-time graduate of CMU, receiving both bachelor's and master's degrees today. Robert Sumner, will you please stand? Bob, we are so thrilled to have you here with us in person as a member of our platform group. And please, once again, join me in recognizing Robert Sumner, recipient of the 2021 honorary degree, Doctor of Fine Arts. On Sunday, we will present degrees to Francis Arnold, Lieutenant General Jody Daniels, Billy Porter, and Jim Rohr. Francis Arnold is an acclaimed engineer, researcher, and entrepreneur who was the recipient of the 2018 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, has 60 U.S. patents for her inventions, and is the co-founder of 3 companies and was appointed by President Biden as the co-chair of the Presidential Council of Advisors for Science and Technology. Lieutenant General Jody Daniels is an esteemed military and civilian leader with more than 38 years of active and reserve service and currently serves as the Chief of Army Reserve and Commanding General, U.S. Army Reserve Command, leading a force of over 200,000 soldiers and civilians in 23 countries across the globe. Billy Porter is an internationally acclaimed actor, singer, director, composer, author, playwright, and activist, and a CMU alumnus who has earned the Tony, Grammy, and Emmy Awards for his remarkable career. And Jim Rohr is a legendary businessman and philanthropist who, as executive chairman and CEO of the PNC Financial Services Group and chair of the CMU Board of Trustees, helped to transform Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon. I invite you to view the biographies of this year's honorees online at the Commencement website. Now I will present today's candidates and cite the achievements that merit this honor. Then President Johanian will award all candidates their degrees, and together they will receive their doctoral hoods. Will Manuel A. Tor please come forward? Manuel A. Tor, you are an academic leader, researcher, educator, and politician. For over a decade, you have served as a Portuguese government leader, as Secretary of State, and then Minister of Science, Technology, and Higher Education. In these roles, you developed space strategies for both Portugal and Europe, and advanced science and technology partnerships. As a professor at Instituto Superior Técnico, you founded the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Policy Research, which was named one of the top global centers of research on management of technology. You have also been a leading voice in advocating for CMU's partnership to elevate education, research, and innovation through its program in Portugal. Manuel A. Tor, for your leadership in developing international partnerships to advance education, research, and innovation, Carnegie Mellon is proud to award you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science and Technology. Will Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham please come forward? Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham, you are an esteemed historian, author, and academic. As the Victor S. Thomas Professor of History and of African and African American Studies at Harvard University, where you have been a faculty member since 1993, you have advanced the field of African American history and pioneered African American women's history. In doing so, you have played a significant role in elevating public awareness of the contributions of Black people in the United States and around the world. You are the author of multiple books, including the prize-winning Righteous Discontent, The Women's Movement in the Black Baptist Church, 1880 to 1920. With Henry Louis Gates, Jr., you are the co-editor of the African American National Biography, an astounding 12-volume series that tells history through the lives of more than 5,000 biographical entries. You are also the recipient of numerous awards and honors, most notably the National Humanities Medal, which you received from President Barack Obama in 2015 for illuminating the African American journey. Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham, for your exceptional contributions to the field of history and, in particular, the study of the African American historical experience, Carnegie Mellon is proud to award you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Will Raj Reddy please come forward? Raj Reddy, you are a pioneer in the fields of artificial intelligence and robotics. Your groundbreaking work to develop systems to understand speech became the foundation for modern speech recognition technology, with ideas that formed critical principles across the nascent fields of artificial intelligence and robotics. You are a university professor of computer science and robotics and the Moza bint Nasser Chair at Carnegie Mellon University, where you have been a faculty member for an astonishing 53 years. Including as former dean of the School of Computer Science. As founding director of the Robotics Institute, you jump-started Pittsburgh and its renaissance that has led the region to become the epicenter for robotics research and commercialization. You have been recognized as a member of the National Academy of Engineering and the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, and a fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. You have been awarded the Legion of Honor by the President of France and the Padma Bhushan by the President of India. In 1994, you were awarded the Association for Computing Machinery A.M. Turing Award for pioneering the design and construction of large-scale artificial intelligence systems, demonstrating the potential of artificial intelligence technology. The Turing Award is the highest distinction in computer science and colloquially known as the Nobel Prize in Computing. Raj Reddy. Raj Reddy, for your half-century and counting role as one of the visionaries of the fields of artificial intelligence and robotics, Carnegie Mellon is proud to award you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science and Technology.
Manuel Hador. Is this on? Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham. Raj Reddy. By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer these honorary degrees upon you with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Once again, please join me in congratulating our honorary degree recipients. Please be seated. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for the 124th commencement ceremony, Manuel Hador. Dr. Hador is a professor, researcher, and thought leader who, as noted earlier, has been one of the most important partners in developing the CMU Portugal program. From 2015 until March of this year, Dr. Hador was Minister for Science, Technology, and Higher Education in the government of Portugal. Previously, he also served as the Secretary of State for Science, Technology, and Higher Education for 6 years. In these roles, he was instrumental in the development of Portuguese and European research and innovation policies, and formed international consortia for research and advanced education with several U.S. universities, including Carnegie Mellon. At the European level, Dr. Hador was deeply involved in developing the framework for the European Union's flagship research and innovation program, Horizon Europe. Dr. Hador is a full professor of Instituto Superior Técnico, the engineering school at the University of Lisbon, where his research and teaching interests are in the areas of energy and the environment. He's the founder and director of the Institute Center for Innovation, Technology, and Policy Research, one of the leading centers for engineering and public policy in the European Union. Dr. Hador earned his PhD in mechanical engineering from Imperial College in London in 1985 and completed a postdoctoral program at the University of California in San Diego. Throughout his career, Dr. Hador has been a vocal proponent of the importance of thoughtful and technically informed analysis in support of public policy. His impact has been extraordinary and can truly be measured on a global scale. We're pleased that he has agreed to serve as one of our commencement speakers this weekend. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Manuel Hador.
Master and PhD classes of 2020, 2021, 2022. I'm very honored to be with you today for your commencements at one of the finest universities in the world. And you should be extremely happy and proud for your achievements and milestones. Well done, very well done. But above all, be happy, be very happy. This is not the end. This is not the end of the rain, is not the end of your career. Actually, your journey is just starting, and you are now empowered to lead the future. We are all in your hands, but above all, we are here because we trust you and your generation. Your families and friends are certainly very proud and honored to be with you today, celebrating your accomplishments, and you should feel uniquely accomplished that you made their dreams come true. Very well done. And the Carnegie Mellon faculty, staff, and community are certainly proud for educating you, for working with you, and learning from you. You are now empowered to lead our common future. I certainly want to acknowledge all of those that have made Carnegie Mellon one of the world's leading universities, able to attract you and the support of your families. Being here today is a unique experience, as you may believe, that I want to share with all of you, students, families, friends, and the CMU faculty and communities. I thank President Farnham-Jahanian and the CMU faculty for awarding me this Honorary Doctor of Science and Technology, and I certainly want to acknowledge my colleagues in the podium that have also recognized today with CMU's honorary degrees. I do believe that the main reason for being awarded this degree is that I have always behaved as a student, as a learner, and I strive to continue to do so. I was born in a school environment, and I learned a lot from my parents, from their parents, and from their grandparents, all educators and professors. And I learned even more from my peers, and much more from my students and from their students, and some of them are here today. From my experience for more than 12 years in the government of Portugal, I learned that we all benefit by guarantee that everyone is entitled to new knowledge-based opportunities wherever isolated or underprivileged one might be. I also learned the importance of creating networks of opportunity for everyone. Under this premise, we partnered some 15 years ago with Carnegie Mellon in a joint venture, and today we are proud that this partnership is recognized a great success. Portugal, as you may know, is a small and old European country with a very troubled colonial history, glorified under a dictatorial regime for half of the 20th century. That regime survives for so long by repressing freedom, oppressing the youth, and keeping it undereducated. But this year, we passed an important threshold, proudly celebrating more days lived in democracy than those lived under the dictatorial regime. Today, Portugal Thank you. Today, Portugal has one of the most educated young European populations and a flourishing entrepreneurial spirit, with one of the highest concentration of unicorn firms in Europe, being now a world reference for engineers and computer scientists, writers, architects, and artists. And as a learner, I strive to team up with the best in the world, and this is what I found at Carnegie Mellon. The ability of world leaders to work together across disciplines through a unique transdisciplinary and interdisciplinary landscape, from the arts and humanities to exact and natural sciences, including engineering, business, computer science, and public policy. I would like to extend a very special thanks to all of those that I met at Carnegie Mellon over the last 25 years, and in particular, let me thank again President Farnham-Jahanian, but also previous presidents that I worked with, Jerry Cohen and Subra Suresh. Also, former Provost Kamlet, current Provost and former Dean of Engineering Jim Garrett, and former Dean of Engineering Pradeep Koshler. Through them, I acknowledge all Carnegie Mellon faculty, alumni, and students, but in particular, I must refer to two very special people I had the privilege to work with very closely and met over the last 25 years. Granger Morgan from Engineering and Public Policy, and José Moura from Electrical and Computer Engineering, both institute professors that I would like them to stand up. This is what I have learned from all of you, to strive to find the best world leaders and work with them. And this is the best recommendation that I can give all of you based on my own experience. Team up with world leaders and keep learning together. Master and PhD classes of 2020, 2021, 2022 across all disciplines, from arts and humanities to natural and exact sciences, engineering and computer science, social sciences, business law, and policy studies. Value what makes you unique, but learn how to work together and find common ground. When I finished my postgraduate studies in the United States some 35 years ago, the future by that time seemed brighter than today. It was the time of the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. Portugal was already by that time a full democratic country and joined the European Union. The internet was exploding and the roots of the Web 2.0 were being launched together with global market integration. But now you face big uncertainties and unique challenges. Climate disaster, pandemic, war, inequality, attack on basic rights, change in the labor market, fake news, to name a few. We trust you to face and address these challenges and to do better than my generation. That is, to leave to your own children a world better than the one you inherited from my generation. Let me briefly convey three main messages, only three messages to all of you. First and foremost, keep learning by being ambitious and innovative. Change the world, making use of your knowledge, but guarantee that all others are also ambitious and innovative. Guarantee, above all, that your parents and the parents of your friends really don't understand what you are doing. In fact, the number of young adults, like all of you master and PhD classes of 2020, 2021 and 2022, that are able to say today, my parents really don't understand what I'm doing about their work, is probably the best indicator of progress in any society. It means, thank you. It means each generation explores new things and has the collective opportunities to do so. That is an healthy sign. It is a generational changing movement and a dynamic and continuously learning environment. Start with and work your own ideas. Invest on them. Do and insist on research. Exchanging views with others and test and validate them until you have a greater idea, scientifically sound and socially adequate. Insist, change and move forward with purpose. Have purpose. But as you know, the very best ideas require a lot of sweat. They are the result often of accidental mistakes, thousands of other ideas and much more social interaction, as well as continuous research work. In other words, build upon and expand your unique networks developed while here at Carnegie Mellon and spur new ideas that will improve the life of others. And by doing so, guarantee that all others are also ambitious and innovative. Invest in future generations and help build an intergenerational movement that favors science and knowledge-based ideas that change the world. And please learn from the mistakes of my generation and innovate in a responsible way. This takes me to my second message. Keep learning by being responsible, green, and inclusive across all disciplines. Understand emerging collective behaviors and our common responsibility to secure the life of future generations in times of emerging decentralized digital networks and AI-enabled innovation. We all know the digital world is undergoing rapid transformations and expansion at a global scale. With new business models and new players, emerge new relationships between institutional sectors and a broad range of entrepreneurial activities. At the same time, you all, citizens of the world, face increasing challenges and opportunities, and your quality of life and sustainable future is only be secured effectively through a new generation of user-driven technology systems that make citizens an integral part and key stakeholders of future developments. concentrate your efforts on the need to guarantee carbon neutrality, addressing the impending climate disaster, as well as our global safety, this being the central endeavor that should drive technology governance in a digital age. This certainly calls our attention to digital humanism, together with rethinking the potential technocentric narratives of progress, embracing and harnessing uncertainty. Following the great Swedish social scientist Helga Novotny, I urge you to abandon the fantasy of control over nature and the illusion of technocentric dominance of digital systems and AI-enabled innovations. Adopt and pursue a transdisciplinary approach to collective behaviors so that you and all other citizens are better responsible in an emerging decentralized digital age. Last but not least, let me turn to my third message. Keep learning by being human and fostering solidarity. Your choice, your body, your minds, with your knowledge and our common scientific understanding, guarantee that all others have the same opportunities to their own choice and their own bodies. Making your own decisions about your body is a basic human right, whoever you are. Whoever you are, wherever you live, you have the right to make these choices without fear, violence, or discrimination. Acknowledge your privilege. Fight oppression with ambition. Knowledge and solidarity empower the younger and less privileged. Recalling a great American writer, Timothy Ferris, in his book, The Science of Liberty, we should remember that democratic governance and individual rights did not emerge from some amorphous brew of humanistic and scientific thinking. Rather, they have been strictly connected and were sparked by science itself. And science tells us to strongly connect your choices to your body and your minds. Yet, all over the world, people are bullied, discriminated against and arrested, simply for making choice about themselves and their lives. Many women are still refused contraception. Many teenagers are denied a life-saving determinations. LGBTQ+ communities suffer continuous harassment. You, future world leaders, educated in one of the finest world universities, should ensure that every minority group is respected. Be active. Campaign for basic rights for all. Campaign for basic rights for all. Sexual and reproductive rights, voting rights for everyone. Let me conclude by referring Nobel Prize winning economist Edmund Phelps, who argued that our societies have gained and used an enormous pool of reliable knowledge driven by a research community that made our universities robust social institutions, as clearly shown by Carnegie Mellon at the world level. By changing the commonplace, you will be able to promote the simple but powerful idea of learning. Take seriously your unique opportunities to access and engage in learning networks across all disciplines and relate to interaction between people and organizations which influence economic development and political relationships. Following José Saramago, the Portuguese Nobel laureate of literature, in his Nobel speech, let us common citizens therefore speak up with the same vehemence as when we demand our rights. Let us demand responsibility of our duties. Perhaps the world could turn a little better. Master and PhD classes of 2020, 2021 and 2022. We are here because we trust you and your generation. Again, acknowledge your privilege and learn from past generations' mistakes to do better. Be bolder, be kinder, be more responsible. Move forward. I sincerely appreciate your attention.
Thank you so much, Manuel, for your thoughtful words and of encouragement. What an inspiring example you've set for our graduates, families and graduates. Once again, please join me in thanking our extraordinary keynote speaker, Dr. Manuel Helhator. To the class of 2022, and the classes that came before you. After your years as graduate students at CMU, you each have left an indelible mark on this community. You engaged in intense scholarly pursuits and were deeply immersed in your discipline. Along the way, your experience was shaped by your collaboration with one another and with dedicated faculty and advisors. You demonstrated what interdisciplinary learning is in the 21st century. You just demonstrated what it looks like. Creative, daring, and full of unexpected discoveries. And you were there for each other during the times of celebration and during the times of strife, especially during the past 2 years of this pandemic. I know it's not been easy. I know the journey has been long, and the Zoom meetings have felt endless. But along the way, you gained a stronger sense of community. And despite the challenges you face, you still managed to persevere and make extraordinary contributions to your field of study and to our campus community. You conceived new worlds in arts, design, architecture, and performance. You helped write the next chapter of innovation in science and engineering. You answered complex questions and forged new ground in public policy, social sciences, and the humanities. You turned ideas into pitch decks, prototypes, and patents, starting new ventures with your ingenuity. You advanced issues that you cared about, including sustainability, voting rights, humanitarian causes, and for equity and inclusivity across our society. And finally, you helped to make this community stronger through your service, mentorship, and advocacy. Now it is your time to unleash your energy and skills on the vast opportunities ahead of you. Before we confer your degrees with the provost and the deans, it is tradition for the president to deliver a charge to graduates, one final set of instructions for how to maximize the power of your newly minted CMU degree. The late Herb Simon, an incomparable CMU professor and Nobel laureate, once said, "We are not spectators of the future. We are actors of the future." So as you embark on this next chapter, my charge to you will offer 3 guiding principles, and they are going to be along the lines of what you heard from Minister Haytor. It's for embracing essentially Professor Simon's philosophy. First, be relentless in your pursuit of knowledge. Being educated doesn't simply mean getting a degree and then sitting back. Rather, it requires that you constantly rekindle the fires of your curiosity and stay engaged in the evolution of new ideas. Do not be afraid to expand your horizons. When the landscape shifts beneath you, make the world your classroom, your canvas, your laboratory, your stage. As a lifelong learner, you will have the opportunity to bring those resources to others along your journey. Think about all the people who have contributed to your success today, professors, family members, staff members, friends, and so on. remember to enrich the lives of others in the same way and create opportunities for those who follow you. Second, seek out perspectives other than your own. By exploring different points of view, you will create better ideas and stronger solutions. Along the way, you will encounter ideas that challenge you. Even if you consider those ideas wrong or perhaps offensive, the remedy is not less conversation, but more. Ideas are not defeated by suppression, they are defeated by better and more persuasive ideas. I urge you to embrace the free exchange of ideas and experience for yourself the power of civil discourse to create common ground. In a world where we seem to be more divided than ever, you're the generation that can help us build bridges. And finally, the third guiding principle. Have faith in our shared humanity. There are a lot of reasons to feel pessimistic about the state of the world in 2022. Violence, war, climate change, racism, misinformation, an unprecedented attack on democracy around the world, and much more. It can be very overwhelming, especially for those seeking to make their mark. But I want to remind you that our future is still being written. There's extraordinary potential out there that has yet to be harnessed. So much good that can be done. So many powerful stories yet to be told. And so many solutions we can engender together. Having faith means believing in the hope of what is still possible for humanity's future. Every day, we're at the precipice of transformative change. Sometimes it's big and obvious, but more often than not, it's happening under the radar in diverse corners of the world where people like you are quietly shaping the society's future. Remember, have faith in the power you're bringing to this world, in the world's openness to change, and its capacity to surprise you. Graduates, you all possess the training and intellect to be impactful actors of the future. I'm truly excited for you. And I'm excited for the future because I know it's in good hands. Thank you for allowing me to share this moment with you. This is just the beginning of your lifelong relationship with Carnegie Mellon, and we look forward to following your success in the years ahead. Once again, on behalf of the entire CMU community, congratulations, CMU graduating class.
Thank you, President Jahanian, for those inspiring and uplifting words. I too am so proud of how the classes of 2020, 2021, and 2022 have persevered, and also for all that they have already achieved. I know in my heart that each of you will inspire us with amazing accomplishments in everything that you aspire to do. In a moment, we will begin the conferral of the degrees for all three of our graduating classes. While the classes of 2020 and 2021 had your degrees conferred during your graduation years, the pandemic kept us from fully celebrating your remarkable accomplishments. So we are delighted to welcome you back and to confer your degrees in front of your family and friends. We will now begin the formal conferral of the degrees for the class of 2020, 2021, and 2022, the students who have duly completed the requirements of their programs to the satisfaction of their faculty members. The conferral is a special opportunity to understand the incredible breadth and depth of the unique educational environment at Carnegie Mellon, including our many interdisciplinary pursuits, minors, and areas of expertise that make this institution so distinctive and this graduating class so exceptional. In addition to those graduating from the Pittsburgh campus, we confer master's degrees to our students at CMU Africa and our locations in Silicon Valley, Australia, and New York. I want to begin by acknowledging the achievements of this year's group of doctoral candidates. These outstanding scholars are receiving their academic hoods during departmental diploma ceremonies throughout the weekend. In earning their doctorates, they have made a commitment to a life of scholarly pursuits and have reaffirmed the importance and prominence of Carnegie Mellon as one of the nation's premier research universities. I invite the doctor's candidates to please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Candidates, I'm now going to give you some directions on how this will work. Okay, we will ask degree candidates from all 3 graduating classes of each college to stand and be recognized together as you are called upon by your dean. And let's hear your enthusiasm as your dean calls on you. Why don't we try that once, okay? Imagine your dean calls on you. That's a good start. When all schools and colleges have been recognized, I will then ask all students to stand again, at which time President Johanian will formally confer your degrees. So here we go. I'm going to call on each dean of each college or school to present its candidates for degrees. President Johanian, please join me at the lectern. To begin, I call upon Shelley Anna, Associate Dean for Faculty and Graduate Affairs and Strategic Initiatives in the College of Engineering.
Thank you, Provost Garrett. I'm pleased to represent the College of Engineering, where we focus on real-world challenges of both scientific and practical importance. We drive breakthrough thinking and results that will transform the intellectual and economic vitality of our community, our nation, and our world. As engineers, we aim to build the physical world we all want to live in and thrive in. Will all the candidates, all the awesome candidates from the College of Engineering, please rise? Mr. President, upon the recommendation of our faculty, I have the honor of presenting the master's and doctoral degree candidates from the College of Engineering. Will the new College of Engineering graduates please be seated?
Yes, sit down.
I now call upon the Stanley and Marcia Gumberg, Dean of the College of Fine Arts, Mary Ellen Poole.
We are small but mighty. Thank you, Provost Garrett. I am pleased to represent the irrepressible creatives of the College of Fine Arts, where our alumni earn acclaim in the finest museums and galleries around the world, on the Broadway stage and the silver screen, in the finest orchestras and chamber groups, and at the top design and architectural firms, transforming our physical environment. We are also very proud of those who invent their own lives in the arts. Will all the candidates from the College of Fine Arts please rise? On the recommendation of our faculty, I have the honor of presenting the master's degree and doctoral degree candidates from the College of Fine Arts. Will the new CFA graduates please be seated?
I now call upon the best family dean of the Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Richard Shine.
Thank you, Provost Garrett. I am pleased to represent the Mariana Brown Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences, where our work at not just technology, but the intersection of humanity and technology prepares our graduates to collaborate across disciplinary boundaries and address society's most complex problems. Will all the totally awesome candidates from the Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences please rise? Woo! Mr. President, upon the recommendation of our incredibly distinguished faculty, I have the honor of presenting the master's and doctoral degree candidates from the Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Science. Woo! And will the Dietrich newly graduates have a seat?
I now call upon the Dean of the Heinz College of Information Systems and Public Policy, Ramaya Krishnan.
Thank you. Thank you, Provost Garrett. I'm pleased to represent the Heinz College of Information Systems and Public Policy, where we develop the next generation of leaders at the intersection of people, policy, and technology, and hold true to our founding vision to educate students for intelligent action. Will all the candidates from the Heinz College please rise? Mr. President, upon the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor of presenting the master's and doctoral degree candidates from the Heinz College. Will all the new Heinz College graduates please be seated?
I now call upon the Glen DeVries Dean of the Mellon College of Science, Rebecca Dorge.
Thank you, Provost Garrett, and I admit this is a hard act to follow. I am pleased to represent the Mellon College of Science, where we are revolutionizing scientific research and education for the 21st century. 10 Nobel laureates have called the Mellon College of Science home, and our graduates will continue this legacy of groundbreaking scientific discovery that benefits all of humankind. Will the amazingly, energetically loud candidates from the 2020, 2021, and 2022 Mellon College of Science please stand up and let me know where you are? Mr. President, upon the recommendation of our distinguishedly amazing faculty, I have the honor of presenting the master's and the doctoral degree candidates from the Mellon College of Science. Will the new Mellon College of Science graduates please be seated? Thanks, guys.
I now call upon the Dean of the School of Computer Science, Marcel Hébert.
Thank you, Provost Garrett. I am pleased to represent the School of Computer Science, which began as the world's first computer science department, and today is the internationally renowned birthplace of wireless networks, artificial intelligence, and autonomous vehicle. And we are just getting started. Will all the candidates from the School of Computer Science please rise? Mr. President, upon the recommendation of our faculty, I have the honor of presenting the master's and doctoral degree candidates from the School of Computer Science. Will the new School of Computer Science graduates please be seated?
I now call upon the Dean of the Tepper School of Business, Isabelle Bajou-Besnenu.
Thank you, Provost Garrett. I am pleased to represent the Tepper School of Business, where our legacy includes the invention of management science, and our future is intelligent business. Today, we prepare our graduates to lead as they successfully unlock the intelligent future. Where all of the amazing candidates from the Tepper School of Business, please rise and make noise. Mr. President, upon the recommendation of our faculty, I have the honor of presenting the master's and doctoral degree candidates from the Tepper School of Business. Will the new Tepper School graduates please be seated?
Carnegie Mellon is proud to lead the world in interdisciplinary research and education and nurture several university-wide inter-college and joint degree programs within our university. On behalf of all the deans and program directors, I will now present the candidates for the degrees from these special programs. Will all the master's and doctoral candidates in our interdisciplinary degree programs please rise? Mr. President, upon the recommendation of our faculty, I have the honor of presenting these candidates from our university-wide inter-college and joint degree programs. They remain standing. I would ask these students to remain standing, and I would like to invite all of our other students from all the colleges to stand once again. President Jahanian, these candidates from the classes of 2020, 2021, and 2022 have successfully completed all of the requirements to receive their degrees. On behalf of the university's faculty, I now ask that their degrees be conferred.
By the way, have you noticed? It's sunny. First of all, thank you very much, Provost Garrett. Thank you for everything that you do for our students and our deans as well. So, graduates, are you ready? I like that. Are you really ready? All right, great, awesome. By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer these degrees upon these candidates with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Today, we are proud to officially call you the classes of 2020, 2021, and 2022 CMU alumni. Congratulations, what a marvelous sight. You know, one of the traditions that I started a few years ago was before COVID, taking a selfie with students. Well, I missed a couple of years during the COVID to take some selfies. So I want to ask you, would you like to take a selfie with me? Yeah! All right, here it goes. This side first. Now let's see this side. Are you ready? Now I'm going to do one in the middle, see if we can get everybody in it. You're going to have to get another degree for a selfie. Graduates, once again, congratulations on your outstanding accomplishments. Let's hear it one more time for our 3 graduating classes today, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Now, please remain standing as we conclude today's ceremony with a performance of the Alma Mater by Daniel Miller, who's graduating today with his master's degree in vocal performance. The words to our Alma Mater can be found in your program, and we invite you to sing along. Once again, congratulations.
Stand